This is my birthday episode. Today, the day that this is being released, is my birthday. Thank you for coming to my birthday party podcast. Oh my God, there's so many presents. What did you get me? I can't wait to find out. Come on, hurry. Come on inside. Let's chat. You are listening to ADHD Big Brother, the podcast for adults struggling with their ADHD, their comorbid depression, their anxiety. Oh, it's just a hoot. I'm your host and your ADHD Big Brother, Russ Jones. I've got ADHD too. I've got depression as well. It's crap-tastic. So let's learn some stuff. Let's laugh at some stuff. Let's make some commitments to do some stuff. And ladies and gentlemen, here's some stuff. Welcome to the podcastagram. Let me just kick this off. We'll do the mental health report right off the bat as we're normalizing talking about our skull spaghetti, our uniquely wired skull spaghetti, our prefrontal pasta, if you will. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's real good. Sometimes it's bad. Sometimes it's awful. Sometimes it's just weird. And we need to be cool talking about it out loud to others. So we're not always fine. Okay? So we're just going to, put it out there, see what happens. On my end, I'm doing really good today. I'm wildly in love. That is just great. Who doesn't love that? Emily's literally the perfect human being for me. And we're coming up on 2 years together now. And we remain in the honeymoon phase. I think we've agreed that we're never going to leave the honeymoon phase, no matter what. She's just so perfect to be around. So, and you know what? I've been in 2, 3 big depressive episodes since we've been together. And she's just so supportive and cool. So that's great. She's not running for the hills. So keep her. Also, my kids are healthy. They're doing great. And we've had a resurgence in Fortnite playing together. And we've also been a part of Noble's short film that he's making. And that's just been so damn cool to be a part of. And he's recruited my friends in the sketch comedy world that I haven't gotten to play with for decades. And so it's been a lot of fun getting to hang out, getting to do comedy scene work with my buddy Brian. It's just been awesome. And it's been super fun seeing my son becoming the budding filmmaker that he is. And Alistair, oh my God, his acting, he's just hilarious. I love being around creatives. So a lot of cool things have been happening. Mental health equals good, equals very good. A couple of new things that are helping. One of them is that at ADHD Big Brother, we have a book club, and we've been reading No Mud, No Lotus by Thich Nhat Hanh. Really good, short book. And so we were discussing this mindfulness bell. It's a bell or a chime that will go off during the day to remind you to bring your attention back to the moment. It's a great practice for an ADHDer that is constantly elsewhere but the moment. And so, it sounds like a good idea, but none of us were too keen on a bell that's going to go off like every hour at the top of the hour. It's too, we'd start expecting it, And Stephanie had this app that we all got that's called the Mindfulness Bell. I think that's what it's called. This isn't promotional. So, but what it does that we like is that you set it up for random intervals. So I set mine up that starting at 7 a.m. and ending at 9 p.m., there will be one random chime per hour. And so I never know when it'll happen. So when it does, I have to stop and I have to take 3 mindful breaths. And that's, the whole mindfulness thing, right? Where you really you're paying attention to the feeling and the breath going in and the breath going out. It connects you to the moment, just grounds you in the moment. It's really good. And then I just go right back into my chaos. We've all been having the same kind of response, which is we love it and when we hear it. And I think I hear my bell probably 30% of the time. And that tells you something, right, about the reliability of notifications on the phone. For me, because I'll put my phone on silence when I'm with a client, as you do, and then I'll forget to unsilence it. So I'll miss some of them there. So setting an alarm for something that I want to be reminded of is unreliable for me. Even though it sounds like it's a good strategy, it doesn't make sense for me to set an alarm on my phone that I'm 70% likely to miss. Odds aren't really in my favor for that. Interesting. So let me pivot this into some coaching. So this is how the self-coaching dynamic would work for this, by the way. So I ask myself, if I'm 70% likely to not get a notification, I need to stop relying on them or pretending that it's a solution that will work for me because it consistently doesn't. Some alarms do work for me and others do not. So what can I do? Well, maybe I could create a process of looking at my calendar multiple times a day. That's more under my control. So if I look at my calendar in the morning, I'll see what's coming up. If I look at my calendar after each client appointment, I'll see what's coming up. This is what I do, by the way. And that might not work for you. There's a bigger point to be made here, I think. Solutions that sound good on paper are not always going to be the solution for us. The obvious textbook answer that you can Google that your AI will spit out is not always going to be the answer for us. Many times people will have these cool epiphanies that will have such unique twists on them. Those are the ones that we're after. The amazing answers, like, for instance, that you would read in it, like Atomic Habits, right? They're phenomenal. They're awesome. How many of you are doing it? Or how many of you are actively habit stacking? And how many of you are just really good at explaining how habit stacking can work and how it might look? I'm a big fan of the idea of habit stacking, but I'm not currently stacking a habit. I'll recommend it to people. Here's something that I recommend a lot. Depending on the situation, if you're trying to adopt a behavior, right? One that sucks. It's a great new behavior, but you don't enjoy doing it. You just know this is the ideal vision of myself. I'm a guy who, does 50 push-ups every morning. That's the guy I am. That's the guy I see myself as, whatever. Try doing that before a thing that you like. Maybe you always enjoy a nice smoothie every morning. You've been making smoothies every day for like the past year. It's actually an autopilot move for you. You don't even have to think about it. Your day is actually missing something if it doesn't have that morning smoothie. It provides you with comfort and joy. I don't know why. You're a smoothie guy. You drink it while you read Smoothie Magazine because you're always trying new smoothie recipes. Like, how do you make one with kale that doesn't suck? And you did it. You figured it out. Okay, so you don't get to make your smoothie until you do your 50 push-ups. Ba-boom, there you go. And this is where I will say that you have to do this with someone else. You have to have an accountability partner or people because most of us, we have no problem currently letting ourselves down. If you're an adult with ADHD, diagnosed or self-diagnosed, later in life, you have an entire catalog of loopholes that your brain will give you to get you out of any possible discomfort. This is your ADHD gift. And there is no gift receipt for that one. No, it belongs to you now. It's yours. You'll wake up late and you'll say, I don't have time today. You'll wake up in a shitty mood and you'll say, fuck it, I don't care. You'll wake up and remember that you forgot to send an email. So you'll make your smoothie and do the email. You'll wake up and your arm will hurt and you won't even think about a modified push-up. It's just better for you to rest. You'll wake up and just make your smoothie because you're on autopilot and you're tired. You're not even actively awake. You won't even remember that you were gonna do push-ups until like an hour later. You will wake up and there will be some form of tension to this push-up thing and your brain will kick into gear to help get you out. This is the way. So you must have someone else in your camp to help you. This is what accountability does. This is why we hire people. This is why we form running groups. This is why we join group coaching programs. This is why we join mastermind groups. If we have to talk about the thing we said we were going to do, having that felt accountability, that will make you more likely to do it. I will tell you how we do it inside ADHD Big Brother. This is what you're going to be joining into because this is the birthday present that I want from you. I want you to join ADHD Big Brother. You're going to play with me for a month. You're going to get your shit together with me, and that's your gift to me. And it's going to double as your birthday present to yourself as well. So we declare our intention to someone else, to an entire collective of people, that get it. That's what we do. And you say, tomorrow when I wake up, I'm doing 50 push-ups before my smoothie, no matter what. The idea that someone else knows, the idea that you made this visible to others. Tomorrow when you wake up and you're running a little late and your brain will say, fuck it, dude, just get the smoothie going. Push-ups aren't a part of our arrangement, man. The brain might also say, oh, shit, but you told people you were going to do this and you don't want to fuck that up. That's other people. We're good with letting ourselves down, but the idea that we might let all those other people down, they're going to, that would be embarrassing. That makes you a little bit more likely to crank out those push-ups. Maybe you half-ass them. Maybe you just do them really quick, just enough so that you can be like, it counts. You've created a little bit more tension and discomfort to not doing it. You flipped it on your brain. We are on a mission, I believe, to get our ADHD under control, right? Isn't that what we're trying to do? Isn't that why so many of us take medicine? Is that the debilitation part of this fucking sucks? So when you do screw up, right? Even though you declared it, you followed the protocol, you made your intentions visible, and you still fucked up. And you have that feeling inside, like, I can't make this work. I suck at this. Accountability doesn't work for me because I don't give a shit about letting other people down. Those are awesome brain justifications. And I bet we could just grab any one of them, just pick one of them. And then we can just write ourselves off as hopeless, peel off and disappear. We could do that. Or, hear me out, better yet, we could feel that shitty feeling safely and be objectively curious about what happened and then make that visible on the journey to doing those push-ups. I can tell you that the people inside ADHD Big Brother that are showing up, failing at this in public, they're checking their ego at the door, they know that this is a process, they're getting it done. There's no such thing as a behavior change that feels seamless, that's effortless. It can really, really suck. Let's just admit that. There's no magical behavior change that just insta happens. So if you make that sucky struggle visible, you turn it into a game, bring others into it, that's when support and the ideal behavior that we're all trying to change, that's when it can happen. And support will take some of the sting out of it. That's when the magic happens. And it's so much more fun to be around people who are both getting shit done at a high level and people who are failing miserably, but keeping it visible. So many lessons are being learned. We learn from the people succeeding. We learn from the people that are failing. And eventually, things always tend to flip. The succeeders start failing. The failures begin succeeding. The people who are giving start getting. The people that were getting become the givers. And it is glorious. This, to me, is what life done right is supposed to be about. I've been both of those things. I fluctuate myself. We've got good days. We've got bad days. We have members who've had day streaks of successfully doing what they said, like 100 days in a row, 200 days in a row. And then they failed, quote unquote. You know, things happen. ADHD doesn't get cured and it hurts. It stinks. That's just how this stuff works. But when you do it as a collective, like the character flaw part of it, it gets boiled out. It becomes more like a group. Oh, shit. Oh, God, that happened. Okay, so what's the plan today? Let's move on. That's my vision for how this works. It works as a team sport. You do have to be willing to show up. You have to show up to practice if you want to play the game, you know? You can't do this without visibility. And unfortunately, your AI bot doesn't count as other people, you know? Use it to plan your day. Use it to be your ADHD coach or whatever, but that's still just you being accountable to you, you know, and getting like 30 insights from AI is nowhere near as profound as the insight you get from within, from inside you, after you put in the time and you get experience doing the thing, even though those insights that are born out of the doing are so fucking awesome. And that's kind of stuff that requires a team. So we have many members who use AI in really cool and interesting ways, but they still show up in daily accountability to get their shit done. AI doesn't actually take your mail to the post office, you know, just keep that in mind. Life is just generally more fun with other people. The slog is less sloggy with other people. And ADHD is managed with the support of other people. 0 people succeed alone. Everybody has people. And if you don't, if you're like, I don't have anybody on my team, then you're full of shit because I keep inviting you. You have people ready to go, ready for you to be visible so they can support you, myself included. So get your booty in there. All right. I'm off to go play some birthday Fortnite with my kids, and I'm looking forward to all of you coming into ADHD Big Brother this month. That's going to be fun. That would be an awesome birthday present, though. An epic amount of people all getting our shit done together. Let's go. Link in the show notes. All righty. And with that, hope you have a fantastic week, and I shall talk to you later.